Hello, everybody.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's more like evening.
Well, evening dinner time.
Yep. Welcome, everybody, to the Price of Love today. I am Valerie, and you all should at this point by now know Amy. And if not,
Hello.
this is Amy. And we are on a mission. And that mission is to educate people and make them aware of these internet scams. And, we believe through the awareness, hopefully, we'll be able to stop some of this from happening. So, Amy, what are you doing? What are you working on?
I'm trying to log into something. Just
Log
ignore
into
me.
what?
Just
Okay,
ignore
well,
me.
I don't want to ignore you. Anyway, we just want to welcome everybody here. Make sure that you let us know you're here. We got Face Down Tragedy after the shuffle. Anthony says hello. Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, Anthony. We do hope that we're going to have some viewers jump in. We are going to be talking about the beginnings of an internet romance scam. These are the ones that are, well, this particular scam is the one that kind of led us down this path. And we're actually going to start a new segment kind of tonight. I don't have all of the bells and whistles. It's been a tough week, but we are going to start introducing you to some of the newest scammers that we see pop up and kind of how they start. And actually, Amy, can you share the one that actually started on the Price of Love today? It was in response to one of the posts on the page.
Wait,
That was it.
who's this one?
And yep, that was it. It was a response to a conversation people were having on the page. We have deleted their names just for their privacy, but we will not delete the scammer's name, which was Kenneth Nicholas. And he actually came in and addressed one of the people that had made a post on our page and basically said, hello there, how are you doing? My name is, and he didn't even fill in his name. So I think that kind of shows you right there how much of a script this is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if I may have intrude into your privacy, but I hope you really don't mind chatting with me at all. You seem like a very nice and interesting lady from your profile, and I hope that you've been doing everything possible to stay safe out there where you are, even with everything that's going on in the world right now. And we finally got a period. Um, Let me go back and clarify one thing about this. Internet scammers, specifically, I'm speaking about the romance scammers because I have no doubt in my mind that this is the way this one would start. They are very big on talking about your privacy, and they use that word a lot, privacy. Especially when they're trying to alienate you from your family, friends, whatever. They don't feel like people need to be in your privacy. So you'll notice there's some grammar mistakes in this. You will also know the lack of punctuation. That was one long sentence to continue to read. Plus, I do believe you can tell this is a script because, like I said, he did not fill in his name. I really would love to be good friends with you and get to know you more better. But if only you would do me the honor of sending me a friend request as an approval that I didn't just stumbled on you like that, but with all politeness in me to get to know you as good friends. Thanks and God bless you. There's just a lot of things wrong with that. But this was a scammer actually coming to a scam education awareness scam baiting page, actually trying to initiate a scam on this page. Luckily, the person, if you can see, this person had already been blocking scammers. And actually, before I got a chance to block and ban this scammer from the page, I believe she had reported it. And it does say down there. She reported. Oh wait, no, that was on the other ones, but she did report this one, and this profile was taken down immediately because I did go in and check on that. So, if for some reason this account is reinstated. Watch out for Kenneth Nicholas. He is one of
Mhm.
our new scam alerts. And I have no doubt that he is a romance scammer that's looking to begin to prey on people.
Mhm.
Now, what do you got to
Hello.
say?
I was just gonna say hello to Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Amy, can you go ahead and pull up the other one? Start with the picture, profile picture, please.
Oh, hang on, I didn't save that one.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and start with the message while you do that.
Okay, here's the message. Let me grab
All
it.
right. As you can tell, this was to my personal profile. And I am waiting until tonight to share this here. Um, this is going to tie into our Anthony Scott Thompson big time because I want to introduce you all to David Muller. And David Muller is AKA Anthony Scott Thompson. This is the scammer that started it all.
Oh, look
And
who's joined us.
hey, Noah.
Hi, Noah.
Anyway, so this was actually on a post. It was on a personal post. And for people that know and are friends on my page, you will know the specific post. But
Okay,
you
I'm
can
gonna pop this
see
real quick.
here's his picture, here's his profile. Now, when I confronted Anthony Scott Thompson, he said, "Oh, this is just a good friend." But I think you will be able to see that it was not just a good friend, that this is very much Anthony Scott Thompson. So go back to those messages, Amy.
Mhm.
Valerie is the cause of her loved one's health issues. She separated her from the man she loves. Since then, loved one hasn't been feeling well. She doesn't love her loved one. She's an evil. I'm assuming that was a curse word, Amy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No.
actually, it was you are an evil loved one.
Okay. You are an evil loved one. How can you hurt your loved one this much? Hope you enjoy your karma, SMH. And I responded, Anthony, I'm coming for you. And the next response was to the loved one, contact me by sending a request or a direct message if you still want to hear from your favorite man, Anthony. He still love you and still trying to get a hold of you, sending peace and love to you. Stay strong, got him. He's so worried about you. Any doubt who this particular scammer, David Muller, is? He is absolutely 110% Anthony Scott Thompson. If not, it is Anthony Scott Thompson's friend who happened to be on the phone when Anthony Scott Thompson called me today. And he had this person on the phone pretending to be him, believe it or not. A scammer having another scammer pretending to be the first scammer. And I knew the voice. I ended up eventually talking to Anthony Scott Thompson, and it was very interesting to say the least. So we are definitely going to be covering this man on After the Shuffle once those technology issues are taken care of over there. We are still going to be going on that show and talking about this, but this is just another chapter or another section to the chapter, I guess, with Anthony. And
Yeah.
he is a completely evil and vile person. And he is still at this point, um, very much trying to get to the victim. And it's not because he loves the victim, it is because
Because
he
he loves
sees
your
that.
money.
Right. And he sees that he thinks he still has a chance of getting more money from that
Mhm.
victim. And so it is our mission, absolutely, to make sure that that never happens again and that it never happens to anyone else. And I did let him know, I did let him know that I hope and pray that every time he starts to scam somebody, that he does wonder if it's me on the other end, because I will tell you, and for the past month I have been scamming him as another person. So he does know that now. That doesn't mean it's over though. So Anthony Scott Thompson, I know you stalked my page, and this is broadcasting onto my personal page. I still am daring you to call me again and show your face, you coward.
He won't.
That's, he
He
won't.
he's
Yeah,
he's a coward.
he
I mean, we can
absolutely
come
is a
on here
coward.
all day and we can show our faces and show that we are real people. We're not here to scam anybody. We're real life, real people,
Yep.
and we're who we say
And
we are.
he will not. So that's okay. That's okay. At the end of the day, the loved one is protected.
Mhm.
He will not get back to that person. And if he wants to bug the crap out of me, that's okay, because I can dish it just as well as I can take it. So I hope he can.
And I wish that he would have the balls to message me because I could dish it a lot better too.
Yeah. Well, he wants to play this game right now, and I'm it's game on. So I do hope he enjoys the fact that he's given me a lot of ways to educate people on
Mhm.
what to look for with these scams.
And it's
So
not
with
only him, but I mean, he's giving you. I mean, he's put your name out there for all these other people, and your other page out there for people to scam too.
Yeah, well,
I'm
and
not gonna mention her name, but
here's
your
the
fake persona, shall I say?
yeah, I might have a fake persona or two, or maybe even more than that coming. You never know. But honestly, I don't need it, because I'm going to tell you, I actually have had people message me on my personal page, even though I share these lives, I share everything I post on this page to my personal page. All it takes is looking at my page to see that my mission is to do what we're doing. And they continue um, to message. So now I will say you're going to see my name in this next scam, because I did not blur it out. So you're going to know who I am, and that's okay, because it really doesn't matter. The scammers don't pay any attention. Um,
I
but
think the
let's go
only one that
ahead.
even pays any sort of attention is probably Mr. Thompson. But I couldn't even say that he pays attention because he
Mm-mm.
doesn't.
No, even yesterday, after I pretty much told him exactly who I was, he still had the nerve to ask me if I was going to send him a card. So you'll see that
Anthony,
on After the Shuffle.
you're a giant idiot, dude.
Yeah, you really are. Oh, and he did threaten that he was going to send the police after me again today. And, he called me a few obscenities, but I'm not going to lie, I called him a few. So um,
He deserves it.
he is he is just definitely one of those people that will not let up. And I'm not going to let up. So it's just a battle of it's just a battle of what it is. But tonight we are going to talk about a romance scam that is not Anthony. We are going to talk about William Hart. And I guess go ahead, Amy, and pull up the first slide.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. We didn't reset.
This is romance scammer William Hart, who, as you see, we will go on. But instead of being a military doctor or a doctor, he was actually a 58-year-old engineer who was working on an oil rig in the UK. Now, I am going to say before we get into William Hart, this is one of those love stories that you will laugh and you will cry. Well, wait. You're not going to cry, you will laugh. I mean, all the way through this story goes from he's a 58-year-old engineer with a child, to he's got the stash of gold, to um, he would never ask a woman for money because he has his own and he's such a success, to begging for money and cards. There will be the introduction of other scammers into the story, which was kind of fun. Um, and I will set the stage that he believes that his victim in this um, has some money. And you will see that. I will tell you there's a very much a surprise, adventurous ending, which you're not going to see tonight. This story, this particular scam, when I copied all of the chat in the 4 days I baited him, there was over 70 pages of chat. And I want to bring it all to you because I really feel like there's some key points in most of it, but I'm going to break it down over the next several weeks. So, just so it's not overload. But tonight we are going to start with the beginning, which is the way they approach you through social media. In this case, it was Facebook. So, anyway, this was his profile picture. And this picture belongs to someone out there on the internet. The person in the picture is not the scammer, but maybe an unknowing victim who's had his picture stolen for use by scammers. The issue with searching this particular image, Google image search will pick up on things like if there was a bookcase behind him, Cass, it would pick up on the bookcase. Sorry, the dog was going after the cat. If there is, like he's sitting in an office chair, it will pick up on the office chair. But in this case, when I go to do the search, it picked up on his glasses, and actually the image search pulled eyeglasses. So does anybody have a trick for getting around that?
Can you send me the picture? Since
Yeah, I
I'm on my
will.
computer.
Um, yeah, if you want to kind of cover this right here while I do it.
Yeah. So this started out on Facebook. Oh, wait, I skipped to slide 4. So this
Yeah, you
started
went a
out
little
on
far.
Facebook. Uh, we didn't know the person. Well, she didn't know the person, but the friend request was sent to her.
Oh, but I knew it was a scammer before I went into
Yeah,
it. So,
because the one good way to know if it's a scammer or not is one, the profile picture. Most of the time, it looks like it was taken by a third party. Um, Really clear picture. It seems professionally done in a way. Um, and then if you check on the profile, it shows that it's a new account set up within the last week or so, which I had one add me, and he's still sitting in my ad request.
well,
Um,
let me go back to that. I actually am scam baiting somebody right now that has had a profile set up for about a year. So just because it's not a new profile, please don't think that that means they're not a scammer.
mhm.
But you have to be really thorough and looking at profiles, because the thing about it is he may have had it set up for all this time. It is the same people that comment on the profile. Um, and if you look at where they're from, you will actually start to see they're probably not from this country. And a lot of them are from the area, which I say the majority of the romance scammers are coming from. And that is the area of Nigeria and Kenya and all of those. So
Yeah.
I sent them.
So Okay. I will work. Oh, you sent it to me under your alias.
Yeah, yeah, I did. But
So,
anyway, are we gonna, let's read the chat
yeah,
and I'll be
go
me.
ahead.
He had sent a thing and it said hello, and I don't know why it cut it off. And I said, hello, do I know you? And I said, don't guess you wanted to talk after all. And then here's my alias's first name.
He said, "Hello, Sophia. How are you doing today?"
And I said, I'm doing great. How are you? And do I know you? So let's go back over to the red flags. You've already covered um, the top three, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to see them do a variety of jobs. The primary ones right now that I have seen have been some kind of doctor in the military in a peacekeeping mission working under the UN in a foreign country such as Yemen and Syria, specifically Damascus, Syria. However, the oil rig scammer is apparently becoming pretty common because the one I'm actually talking to now, which I don't know how much I'm talking to him because I don't think he really meshes with my personality that much. Um, oil rig scammer is another one. They're an engineer working on an oil rig, in a different country, or sometimes it's in the United States, as in the case of the one I'm actually talking to now. Um, but if you look at his profile, just a quick look, you're going to see, before you even scroll down, that he was an oil rig scammer or an oil rig engineer working overseas, and that right there honestly should send up some red flags for you.
Hmm.
Um, so you can go to the next one, or you want me to?
There you go.
Okay.
He said, "I know you don't know me, but as soon as we talk more, we can get along. Well, my name is William Hart from from Canada, the loving city of Quebec. Really nice to meet you. I believe introductions are in place. You are question mark and from question mark."
Okay, I am going to go ahead because I did not put this on this slide, but I do believe I put it on another one. If you had checked his profile to start with, he said he was from Canada, but he's saying here he's from the loving city of Quebec. But in his profile, he was from Canada, Kentucky.
He must have accidentally messed up there.
So, anyway, so it's all in the details. Be very careful to look at that profile and look at what they say because they do send conflicting messages. My name is Sophia, but you already know that because you already called me by name. I am from Tennessee. Did you not check my profile? Sophia is developing her own little personality. And Sophia's personality is very
Found him.
outspoken. Do what?
Found him.
Okay, what'd you find? And how
His
did you do it?
name's his name's Arts Council of Northern Ireland.
Okay, can you go ahead and share your
Well,
screen and show it?
he's from the Arts Council of Northern Ireland. I don't
She
know who
actually,
exactly he is.
okay, she actually found, now this man never mentioned nothing about Northern Ireland. Okay, so she actually already found the picture that I had a hard time finding. So, Amy, why don't you go ahead and show how to do a Google search real quick? Because that might be a good thing to show an
Yeah,
image search.
hang on.
And I'm still here, y'all, and I am stopping my camera for just a minute while she does this.
So, pretty much you're going to go ahead and pull up google.com and you're going to hit this little button up here that says images. And yes, I have these in two separate windows so that way I can easily get to them.
Hey, Amy, before we go on, they need to know you have to do this from a computer. You
Yeah, you can't do
cannot
it from
do,
your phone.
right, you cannot do a Google image search through your phone unless somebody else knows something I don't know.
So if you have these pulled up here, you open the images, it's just a Google Images, you will literally click and drag it.
Or you
And
can
this,
save it to your computer and upload.
yeah, this one didn't give anything. This one I don't think gave anything either. No, it came up as desk lamps. This one I thought we would get something, but once again, it didn't pull anything.
Now, see, I saved his cover photo, I saved his profile picture, but I
Came up
also
as
went through
standing.
his profile and saved other pictures because he really liked to share pictures. Now, this
Yeah.
one can just pull up eyeglasses, bookcase, whatever.
So the way that I found this one was I was looking down here in these pictures. I think it was this picture. Hang on. Was it this one? I think so. I was looking in these pictures and I came across, which one was it? Well, now it disappeared. Anyways, I was going through these pictures.
So sometimes it's not automatically going to pull up the picture, like in the case of Dr. Norman Blanco with Anthony Scott Thompson, because it had been reported that these pictures were being taken. There was a lot of reports about this being a scammer. It pulled it up. Sometimes you actually have to dig to find it.
Well, it had given me one a minute ago. Or was it this one that it did it on? Well, this one pulled up formal wear.
Yep, because of the tie.
Oh,
What is it?
oh, Sophia, you're down here. Okay. Anyways, this was the one I got it on the first time. It was this picture right here. This picture. Because it's the same exact, it looks like the same exact person.
But we're not 100% sure.
Yeah. His glasses look pretty much the exact same. And the facial structure looks the same.
Yeah, but I don't think that's him. But you're going to sit there. A lot of times it'll automatically pull it up. Sometimes it will not. So you're going to have to dig. But I have no doubt these pictures are very much staged pictures.
Mm-hmm. They are.
So, they're taken, which means this is not, I'm promising you, this is not the scammer. And I'm going to be able to tell you why. At the very end, even after I called him out, I did bait him further, and I actually got a 9-minute phone call out of him. And you're going to be able to tell by the time we get to that point that this was not the person in these pictures. So, also, if you had pulled his profile up, which I did, this is one that had 3 or 4 different people that were commenting, and they're all in that area that I mentioned a while ago. So,
What's his name? William Hart?
anyway, William Hart, Hart.
I don't
And
think
actually,
he's on here anymore.
I think he should be unless somebody else has reported him or I know I reported him, but that doesn't mean anything. So, anyway, you want to go back to the.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the way you do a Google image search for anybody that may not have known that. Just make sure that you kind of dig around a little bit because it may not be immediately there. So I do not know his real name, but I will also. So there was something else I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was. I was talking about Sophia. Sophia is very feisty. Sophia is very outspoken. She is stubborn. She will not take abuse off of the scammers, so she talks back a lot. And you're going to see that through this whole thing. We're going to do Facebook tonight. Then next week, we will probably start moving on. So, and I may
We
show you a little bit of the other.
we love the feisty ones.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not letting anybody, I don't care if I'm baiting or not, I will not be a victim to anybody as far as their abuse. So, all right. So I read my part. Go ahead with William there, Amy.
He said, "Of course I did, just introducing myself."
Okay.
Well, I'm an engineer and I work in the South Sea of the United Kingdom as drilling contractor. I work in an oil rig platform and currently I'm over here in the sea working. Under the sea.
Yeah. Okay.
Under
So
the
this is
sea.
the red flags in this. First of all, this is a person you do not know who immediately starts out with a very rehearsed introduction. Think about how you talk to people on the internet. You know, how you introduce yourself to new people. Is this the way you would do it if you were looking face to face with somebody, or even through the internet? If you were just, hey, how are you? You know, whatever. But would you have such a rehearsed introduction? I wouldn't.
Mhm.
And you want to do the next one?
Yeah. Oh,
Nope, nope, go back.
so they they will immediately start asking you questions to get to know information quickly about you, such as your name, location, the information. This information would be easily found in your profile if they actually looked. That's the one thing
They
they
don't
kill.
take the they don't take the time to look at your profile. They really do not.
No.
Um, you know, because if so, like I said, my personal page, I wouldn't think any scammer would want to talk to me.
Mhm.
I mean, because they know they're wasting their time. So they will often get right into telling you who they are and what they do for a living. These scams usually involve them being a part of the military, such as a doctor or surgeon with the military, and in this case, an engineer working on an oil rig. Their jobs will almost always have them overseas somewhere, but they will be originally from some state in the US. Now, he introduced himself here, like I said, as being in Quebec, Canada. However, his profile said Canada, Kentucky, and there actually is a Canada, Kentucky. So go ahead.
So they will often get right into telling you who they
I,
are.
I just did that.
Oh, let me just not. Okay.
I used to be a big wrestling fan. Are you related to Bret the Hitman Hart? He was from Canada too. You're in the sea? How do you breathe underwater? That's always fascinated me. I use sarcasm a lot, and I kind of just want them to feel a little duh. You know, I mean, I play on their mistakes with their language. I mean, with the spoken language they're trying to use, because you will see the way they word sentences is really awkward and not something that you hear from somebody, especially somebody originally from Canada, Kentucky. So,
LOL, am not in the water. I work in the ship.
oh, okay, gotcha.
So tell me, are married with children?
No, I am widowed and never had kids. Sometimes Sophia is widowed. Sometimes she loses her husband. Sometimes she's never been married. It just depends whatever Sophia wants.
Okay. So, well, I'm a widower. My wife died of a car accident 2 years ago, and I have a son, and his name. Why did that come out so country? And his name is Larry.
I
My
think of
son.
impractical jokers with the name Larry.
Larry! Larry! My son's school in Germany, boys' boarding school, and you.
Oh, I'm very sorry, or I'm sorry about your wife. How old was she? And how old is your son? I deflect a lot. If you'll notice, I've never answered, or, I will not answer questions a lot, or I will skip over them and ask them questions instead. But the red flags in this, a scammer is always, they're going to quickly ask you, are you married and do you have children? That will be a very quick, straight to the point type of question in the way these scams start out.
Hmm. And then they will go on to explain their marital situation. In most cases, they'll be a widower or a widow with their late spouse passing away as a result of something like a car accident. Sometimes they will also claim that one child died in that accident as well.
Yep. Anthony, he claimed that one child had passed away in the car accident that killed his wife. Now, I have baited a scammer before that said his wife died suddenly of kidney disease. I mean, but usually their spouse will have passed away quickly and tragically at a fairly young age. And like it says, sometimes that will involve a child with it.
Yeah. My wife was 48 and my son is 15 now.
Let me go back to the other slide real quick. If you'll notice, and I've said this before, the scammer's child will almost always be in a boarding school somewhere. Usually it's in the United States. This scammer actually switched it up a little bit and put his child in a boarding school in Germany. But you will hear that the one I'm working on now, the child is actually with his nanny, which that nanny would give you the impression that the father is well to do. Same as somebody that can afford to have their child in a boarding school. So, it starts there with them wanting you to think they have money. So, I said, oh, so sad for him to have lost his mom at such a young age. And that's sad that she was so young and had her whole life ahead of her.
Yeah, been hard, but just trying to get along. I would like us to get to know each other better. Hope you don't mind. Oh, wait, let me
Punctuation.
reread that.
Punctuation is everything.
I will like us to get to know each other better. Hope you don't mind. Let me read that in a different format.
Yeah. What do you mean get to know each other better? And I said, I'm getting all these private messages from all these men here lately. See, I'm wanting to start planting the seeds that there's other scammers that are reaching out because I want to speed up this scam. I don't have months to sit here. I really don't. I get bored with the romance scammers because it's the same story, but I'm going to keep doing it because there's valuable information every time they open their mouth. I'd just like to know what someone is wanting before I really start talking to them. I am talking to a surgeon stationed in Yemen right now. He messaged me for the first time a couple of days ago. After 2 days, I still don't know. And I think I said I still don't know much about him or something like that. But I think it may be on the next slide. So the scammer will tell you they have a child who usually lives in a boarding school somewhere in the US. However, child was in boarding school in Germany. And again, like I said, they start that because that is a way to give the impression that they have money. You have to have money to put your child in a private boarding school. So
they will also always push to get to know you better, ask a bunch of questions, um, and any of those answers that you provide them, they're going to use to adapt their script.
yep, they will. And they very much use a script because after you kind of talk to so many of these scammers, the names may change, the
I
job
mean,
may change, the child may change, but they're
well, I
all
mean,
present.
let's be real. They're sitting there working in a call center.
No, I
Every
no, I don't know that these romance scammers are actually callers for the most part. They could be, but I really believe that you're going to see the call centers more with the
like the Amazon refund
yeah,
scams,
no,
the internet refund scams, and
I believe it's probably there may be call centers, but it's probably maybe not as big as the call centers that you're going to find in India and things like that. But I mean, I do know that with Anthony, we did hear other people talking in the background, but I don't think that's the case with every romance scammer. I could be wrong. So anyway, go ahead. Whatever you were saying, sorry.
I don't
Um,
remember.
he messaged, and yes, I throw typos in there just because I make typos. I'm human. So, but anyway, I said he messaged me for a couple of times, or for the first time a couple of days ago. After 2 days, I still don't know how he found me or why he messaged me. And I said, "Why did you get quiet?" You'll notice there's pauses in. I mean, they may talk to you up until
Well, I
and,
mean, let's note the times here. This was Monday at 9:08 a.m.
yep,
You responded again at Monday at 12:01 p.m. and then he didn't
yep,
respond until 1:14 p.m.
yep. So, and over there, it's about 7 hours ahead of us. So at that point, it's already eight something there, maybe nine. So
Yeah. So
anyway, go ahead.
he said, "Okay, dear. Well, I just want us to be certain of what we actually want. At this stage of my life, I have achieved almost everything I wanted except a united family, and it hurts me. My priority is to have a happy and harmonious family. What about you? Do you wish for a happy family too?" No.
Well, first of all, how does he know I don't have a happy family? No, I mean, I say I was widowed and I never had kids. That doesn't mean that I'm not happy in that situation. So, and as you notice, never once did I give him any idea that I was wanting any of those things that he's wanting in life. So, you can, again, it's very much a part of their script. But they almost immediately start talking about themselves and the person they are talking to being certain about what they want in life or something to that effect. It won't necessarily always be that same wording, but it will always be that same thought process.
Hmm. And then they also always mention having like a united family or finding a mother for their children. Um, and then after expressing what they want, they will push to see if you're wanting the same thing.
Yep. Yep. Wow. That is kind of quick. I haven't thought about my wants as far as family goes. I had my husband for a lot of years and he was a good man.
He unsent a message. Then
Huh?
he said he
Oh.
unsent a message and then he said that why I will really love to know more about you.
What do you want to know?
Tell me about your past relationship. Tell me about your family member. Do you have any relations with your mum still with you? Mum.
Those are some strange questions. I do have a relationship with my mom. So, more questions about past relationships and families. Scammers try to gain as much information as possible so they can make their story more closely match with their victims.
Hmm. And then they'll use that information to gauge whether there's a strong support system surrounding them, because it is harder to scam the people who have people around them that they're constantly communicating with.
Yep. Yep. Why would anybody need to know specifically? Do you have a close relationship with your mom?
Mum.
Mom, sorry.
Mum.
I mean,
It's
it's
for the
really
flower.
a strange question to ask somebody that you literally have been chatting with for how long?
A couple hours.
And please, please, please pay close attention to the wording that someone uses in communication with you. Scammers will frequently word things in ways you're not familiar with, and their message will be filled with typos, grammatical errors, you name it. But you're going to see things will start jumping out at you, just like him saying he was in the sea, in the boat, you know, not saying that you wouldn't say things like that, but, you know,
Wait, is he the one that was welding under the sea?
That's the one now.
Oh, okay. Underwater welding. Yeehaw.
That is a thing, but okay.
I mean no harm, just want us to talk in safe in a safe place.
Here it comes. Oh, wait, I think I missed one of the things. At this point, he's already asked me. Go back one, Amy.
Yeah, I think you missed one.
At this point, he has already asked me if I have WhatsApp. So I don't know why I missed that one, but I missed it. So let me see. Hang on. Give me just a second. Um, Never mind. Let me see if I can pull it up and I'll just read it to you. I can't believe I missed one. I tried to get them all, but I've got to minimize. So hang on. At least it's not a
Under the
technical issue.
sea.
Amy's going
Under
to
the
sing for you.
sea.
You may want to mute or turn your volume down right now at this point in time because Amy is providing a musical interlude. Um, okay, hang on. I don't know what number that was. And it could be that I just forgot to screenshot that particular one. Um, okay. What number is slide is that?
9. Did you guys know? Fun fact. Did you guys know that race car spelled backwards is race car?
Okay.
I'll
Okay,
just
yeah.
start throwing fun facts out there.
Apparently, I did not screenshot this one, but at this point, it's when he asked me to, do I have WhatsApp? And I, I do have WhatsApp, but I don't frequently use WhatsApp. I prefer to
So
take it to Hangouts. So,
I'm gonna pop this up here because I just now saw this.
what?
Um, Noah had stated they also reference things throughout the relationship to keep the victim baited. The reference material given to establish the rapport and build trust.
Yeah. No, if you're still here, I definitely want you to come up here one night with us.
Well, that was just two
Um,
minutes ago.
yeah, so I definitely want that because Noah actually helped us with Anthony, but he also is a scam baiter himself. So, but
And
anyway,
then Anthony said they'll also get upset when you talk to loved ones.
they will. They will. And in this case, I made Sophia not have family around really, but you will start seeing some relationships she does have and how they kind of threw a monkey wrench in William Hart's place or in his plans.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine the slide that we missed here is talking about taking it to WhatsApp. Um, and I was like, why? What's wrong with talking in Facebook? I mean, why? That's where we're picking up here. So go ahead.
So he said, I mean, no harm. I just want us to talk in a safe place.
And I said, I'm talking about a friend at this point, a friend, that I had. She said, scammers message you through Facebook and try to get you to go to WhatsApp and Hangouts. Don't know why a scammer would need to do that, though. Facebook is safe, isn't it?
Why I don't like messaging at Facebook is because it seems to me that Ambin watch in Facebook all of my chat.
Why would someone want to watch you?
That's just what I feel, and some of my friends do feel same.
I have a question. How do you have internet on an oil rig? I've been on cruises before and the internet sucks.
We connect to free Wi-Fi here in the oil rig.
Okay. I wanted him to say this, and I'm going to tell you why. In most internet scams, the number one thing they start asking for first is a gift card, and it's usually to purchase internet and phone service. So, as you can see, I've already set it up, and you will see how that plays out throughout this. But scammers will start coming up with excuses to get you to switch from Facebook or other social media sites to programs such as WhatsApp, Hangouts, Google Chat, or just plain text messages
Or email. They'll go to
or
your
email.
email chat,
Yeah.
especially if
And
you have like Gmail, because Gmail has their own little chat. It's kind of linked to Hangouts, but it's Gmail chat.
right.
But that's another one that they'll use.
Yeah.
They don't want you to stay on Facebook for various reasons, but the main one being the longer they're on Facebook, the higher chance that the profile will be flagged and taken down.
Yep. And they spend time coming up with these names. And I really think what they do is they take and they deactivate that account before it can be flagged so they don't have to go through and set it up. I think they recycle these names
Mm-hmm.
instead of getting them flagged and removed. So they get creative with their reasons for changing. Once you do change, see, I made typos on this. Once you do change, they'll either block you from that profile or deactivate it until they're ready to use it again.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, I messed with his mind a little bit, and you will see it over here.
Okay.
Um, Go ahead.
No, I already read that we connect
Oh,
to free Wi-Fi here in the old rig.
oh, okay. Good thing that it's free. Seems like it is good internet.
Yes, it is.
That's good. So, since you don't feel safe here on Facebook, give me your email address and I will add you to my Gmail chat.
Okay, if that's okay with you, and then he's William Hart 4333 at gmail.com.
I said it's not, but you seem pretty insistent.
Okay, thanks. I will be waiting for your message.
Okay, again, scammers are adamant about getting you to switch to a program other than the social media chat. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Once they deactivate or block you from the page, you'll lose the history of the chat, which can also work towards the advantage of the scammer, as you'll see as we proceed. Now, not all the time when a page gets deactivated do the messages disappear. Their name will disappear from the chat, their messages will not. And
Right.
same thing as if they block you, the messages won't go away. As you can see here, you blocked him on yours and those don't disappear.
No, they don't if I block him, but if he blocks me, they actually do. And that's the reason. Yes. Yep.
I have never
Or
known Facebook
yes,
messages to delete when somebody blocks you.
if they deactivate their account, the messages go. And I have that because that happened after. See, I blocked him right then, but then I unblocked him afterwards. But I'd already screenshotted. I didn't want him to do it before I was able to screenshot his chat. But
Mhm.
once I had done that, I unblocked him, I reported him. They didn't take this one down immediately, and I don't think it's taken down yet, unless it has been now. But when I went back after he blocked me or deactivated it, all I had was my side of the chat, not his. So
Oh wow.
yeah, and it didn't show he had went down through there and deleted it. But as I reminded him, I already had everything I needed from him anyway. So this right here is the way um it starts out in Facebook, and you see us then switch over to the other to Google Hangouts. Was it Hangouts I took him to, or chat? Google Chat.
Gmail
Hangouts is the
chat.
same. Yeah, it's all the same. Gmail Chat and Hangouts is the same. I mean,
Mhm.
one just replaced the other. So this is how quick. And Amy, what was the time? Do we see
That you started.
timestamps? Yeah.
So you started on Sunday around 12:18.
Okay. And do we have a time on the last?
Do
We're
not.
close to the last.
As close as I can get, it's 4:39 a.m. on Monday.
And that's when he started messaging me. How long did it take me to respond to him? I mean, if you'll notice, look at the time he initially
You
messaged me.
Yeah, he messaged at 4:35 p.m. on Monday. You messaged back at 7:16 p.m. and he messaged back at 4:39 a.m.
4:39 a.m. Now, who is going to message somebody over trifling little stuff? Well, it's somebody that's 7 hours ahead of us. So 4:39 a.m. our time is 11:30, 12 o'clock. It's lunchtime there.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he says he's on an oil rig in the UK. But anyway, so next week we will pick up with the Google, with the Hangouts or the Gmail chat. Oh, Amy, I don't like that. The Gmail chat, and the story really kind of kicks up, and it goes fairly quick. And like I say, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry. You're probably not going to cry unless it's from laughing, because this story takes you everywhere. I would share it with Amy. I would send screenshots of it, and she's not seen every detail, but
I would be sitting on a phone call at work and I would get a screenshot from mom and I would have to put myself on mute because I was laughing.
yeah, they really will believe anything you say. So, um, I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything, or if people find this helpful. I hope that the word gets out, and I hope people share it, because as much as we want to sit there and think that everybody should know this information, everybody does not know this information. And I promise you, there is somebody in your life, whether you know it or not, there is somebody that needs to see the information.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop baiting people. I'm not going to stop getting on here and sharing their secrets and their hacks and their tricks and their tactics. I'm not going to do it, because there is somebody out there that needs it. And scammers, all I've got to say for you is we're coming for you. And it's not just this channel, it's a lot of other channels. We've got After the Shuffle, Face Down Tragedy After the Shuffle, that is actually going to work with us to show you all the story of Anthony Scott Thompson. I deliberately had them. I want to share that on their channel, because I believe that, all of them, but especially him, needs to see that it's not just me sitting here. It is other people that legitimately care, that want to stop people from being victims of this.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to know that if it's not me sitting on the other end of the computer baiting him, it is somebody that wants to stop it as much as I.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like I said, I really do hope everybody, get something out of this, but at least will share this and help us grow this page, help us grow our channel on YouTube, our TikTok. There are so many platforms, and this message needs to be out there. So, Amy, you got anything else?
No. Um,
Oh, thank you, Cindy. I'm so glad that you joined us, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the show.
well, no, I don't
But
have anything else to add.
next week we're jumping over to Gmail chat or Google chat, whichever way you want to call
Or
it,
hangouts
or
or
Hangouts, whatever. That is where we're going with William Hart. And like I said, it's probably going to be 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 weeks to get through as much. He gave me such great information, and I'm going to to take that 4 days worth of education and share it with everybody word for word.
Hmm.
So, all right. Well, I guess we are going to get out of here for
You know,
tonight.
I
Thank
just realized something.
what? What?
One, you're on the wrong side of the screen. Two, this is your second William that you've dealt with.
William, Anthony, those seem to be very popular um, romance scammer names.
Mhm.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. This is at least the second one I've dealt with. There may actually be more. We had really dumb William, really dumb William. But you are going to see how I brought Anthony Scott Thompson into this with me as well, into this particular scam. I've said before, he goes into all of them with me in some way, shape, fashion, or form. But all right, Amy, let's get out of here. Y'all have a good night. We will see you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock as we continue talking about William Hart.
Yep.
So,
See you guys
all
next
right.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, she'll hit it in a minute.